Namaste students. In today's class, we are going to see about Chandas, a small introduction about Chandas, which is called as Prosody. So, we all know that there are 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. And for these Vedas, there are Veda Angas, there are parts, just like the human body. If you consider Vedas as a Purusha, as a Veda Purusha, what are the important parts that Veda consists of? So let us see this. Shiksha, Vyakaranam, Chandaha, Niruktam, Jyotisham, Tatha, Kalpascheti, Shadangani, Vedasyahur, Manishinaha. So these 6 are called as Vedangas. Siksha, Vyakaranam, Chandaha, Niruktam, Jyotisham and Kalpa. So of these 6 Vedangas, so in today's class we are going to see about this particular Vedanga called Chandas. What do you mean by the word Chandas? Means Chandayati, Akhladayati iti Chandaha, which is pleasing or delightful or charming. So, when a Veda mantra is recited, it is pleasing to the ear. It is because of the chandas, the construction, the way in which it has been constructed. So, chandas deals with the construction of a mantra or a shloka. It is just like a tune to the song, how it makes the song so pleasing. In the same way, even this chandas, these meters makes the Vedic mantras or shlokas, when they are recited, it makes it pleasing to the ear. The source text for Chanda Shastram is Pingala's Chandasutram, Chandasutrani of Pingalacharya. There is another book called Vritta Ratnakaram, where around 600 meters are dealt in detail, which includes Vedic meters and also classical meters. Vedic meters means the meters that are more used in Vedas. Classical meters in Lord of the Kavya, Mahakavya, Khanda Kavya, whatever it is, how the Padyam has been constructed in Sanskrit literature. All those meters comes under classical. So the basic chandas, if you see, there are 7 in number, which are often used are Gayatri, Ushnika, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup and Jagati. And how these are named, how they are different from each other means, based on the number of syllables and the combination of syllables present in the verse. So basically now Chandas is for a Padyam. Chandas is for a where the mantra, construction of a mantra or construction of a shloka. This is called as Chandas. This Chandas is divided into 2 categories. One is Akshara Chandaha and the other one is Matra Chandaha. Aksharam, we all know that it's a syllable. So based on the count of the syllables, Akshara Chanda is constructed, and based on the matras. Matras means a short vowel has 1 matra and a long vowel has 2 matras. So counting of the matras, based on the counting of the matras, Matra Chanda is constructed, and based on the counting of the aksharas, total number of akshara syllables present in the verse, with that if we construct, then the calculation is made, then it is called as Akshara Chandaha. Now let us see some very important or significant terms that a person must know when you are dealing with Chandas. First, Padyam or Shloka. So we all know Shloka. It has 4 lines. So one verse or a Shloka is called as a Padyam. And then the word Pada, which is very important here because everything is based on this word Pada. 1/4 of a Shloka is called as a Pada. If you see in the example, there are 4 lines in the shloka. Agajanana Padmarkam, Gajananam Aharnisham, Anekadantam Bhaktanam, Ekadantam Upasmahe. If I say this together, it is one shloka, which we call as Padyam. But for a pada, it is 1/4 of that is only one line. Agajanana Padmarkam. That one padam is, one line is called as pada. And then Laghu. Laghu is a short syllable which we all E, U, R, Ka. All these are Laghu. Short vowel and or syllable. Guruhu is long vowel which you take extra time to pronounce E, Ru, whatever the example is given, you can see that. So, all those are called as long vowels. And then group, Ganaha. See, if you see that shloka, every pada has 8 syllables. Okay. If you have to group it, you have to group into each group consists of 3 syllables. So, Agaja will be one group, Nana Pa will be the other group. Like that, 3 syllables together we have to form the grouping. That is called as Ganaha. And the Ganas are 8 in number. In Akshara Chanda, the Ganas are 8 in number, which are Yaganam, Raganam, Taganam, Bhaganam, Jaganam, Saganam, Naganam and Maganam. So, what is this? What combination make these Ganas? We will see in the next. And Yati. Yati is the pause. When you are reciting a shloka where you will stop, that place is called as Yati. Usually in every pada antam means at the end of a pada, at the end of the line we will give a pause. If this is a very small shloka which consists of only 8 syllables in one pada. Suppose if the number of syllables are more in a shloka in one pada, then the yati will be mentioned. At the 7th syllable you have to give a pause. At the 11th syllable you have to give a pause. Like that instructions will be given. So, that is called as yati. In general, it is at the end of every pada. In the next slide, we said guru. We all know which are all long syllable. But is that enough for making chandas? No. There are certain rules for this long syllable. In general, you all know a, e, ki, whichever is long, we pronounce one as long syllable. We consider that as guru. Letters with anuswaram. Sham, Nam, like that we have along with the Anuswaram, letters are there, all those come under, you have to calculate that as long syllable. And letters with Visarga, Ramaha, Krishnaha, at the end we will add that Visarga, no? That if the syllable is associated with a Visarga, then that should be considered as a long syllable. And then when you are saying a word, you will be calculating, oh, this is short vowel, this is long vowel, like that we will be just like in maths we will be calculating. While calculating like that, we will have some doubts. If there is tra, so it is a combination of it, ir and there are 2 consonant and a vowel combination which we call as samyuktakshara. So, when samyuktakshara comes, how to calculate? It's tra only, no? Then what you have to do is the preceding vowel will be considered long. If you see the example mitram, mi is a short vowel, but the next syllable after mi is tra, which is a samyuktakshram, which is a combination of 2 or more consonant. Then you have to consider this mi, mit. You have to consider this mi as long syllable guru and tra is only a vowel. So, it will be considered as short lagu aksharam. Okay. So, whenever you have to be very careful while calculating short and long syllable. If it is followed by a samyuktakshara, the preceding syllable will be considered long. And then at the end of the pada, means in the previous slide we saw a sloka, right? In that, at the end of the last syllable of the pada, even if it is a short vowel, we have to consider that as only long. The condition is it should be in the pada antam, at the end of the padam. Whichever letter, even a Hrasva comes there, at the end of the pada, it should be considered only as guru, long syllable. You can see this grouping of syllables here. I said ya, ra, ta, va, ja, sa, na, ma. How many ganas, groups are there? So, how to find the group? We said based on grouping of the pada, you will be finding what group it belongs to, and if it is in this particular combination, you will be naming that meter. So, that is the purpose of grouping. So, now you can see ya ganam. So, 3 syllable forms a group, we said already. So, first 3. One short vowel next to long vowel. If it is in this combination, then we have to consider this as yaganam. And then, how to remember this? This is the most difficult part in this. How to remember, how I remember how long first LSS, SLL, what it is. How to remember the short and long vowel combination. So, it's the easiest way is given here. In ya, you have to remember yarata, okay, yarata. In yaganam, raganam and taganam, see the short vowel, adi, madhya, avasanam. In the first syllable, second syllable and third syllable will be short. Rest everything will be long. Can you understand? In yarata, in yaganam, raganam and taganam, starting, beginning, adi, madhya, antam, first, second and the third syllable will be alone short. Rest of the thing will be long. And if you take the other side, bhajasa, first, second and third will alone be long, the remaining will be short syllable. So, if you remember like this, oh, yarata, 1, 2, 3, short, bhajasa, 1, 2, 3, long. So, it will be easier to remember. And naganam, all short vowel, and maganam will be all long. In the next slide, see, this is how we have grouped it. The same shloka, Agachanana Padmarkam, first 3 syllable put together, next 3, and only if you have 3 syllable you can form a group. So, we don't have 3. So, we left it as it is separately. Okay. And then we have grouped it. First, we are segregating how many aksharas, how many syllable are there in this particular shloka, and then we are grouping it by marking its symbol on the top. A, short syllable, ga, short syllable, ja, again long syllable. So, if it is short and long syllable, we will find that it belongs to saganam. Like that, we have to segregate. And see, na, short vowel, na, short vowel, pa is again short vowel, but we have marked it as long. Why? Because see the next syllable. It is a samyuktakshara idma. It's a samyuktakshara means the previous syllable will be considered long. So, pa is considered long here, and ma, dma. So, again it is long, mar, and then kam, again it is long. So, this particular pada, this one pada is having saganam, saganam, gu means guru, which is a long syllable, again gu is long syllable. So, it is constructed in this particular way. And here, if you see the next, it is not same as the first padam. In the second padam, it is different, the grouping is different. It is short, long and short. So, if this is the combination, what is the group name? The group name is ja. Okay, and then again short, long is saganam, na, short syllable, ma, short syllable, next ha. Again it should be short, but I have written it long because you see that ir, half letter, irni, next letter. So, this is considered long and ni is a short syllable. So I have marked it short. So like this you have to group every syllable wise. Okay. So like this you have to syllable and then group and write the group which, so you have to find. And then why we are grouping it, we will find what is the meter name. Okay. So if all 4 padas, if in all the 4 it is having the same kind of construction, Saganam, Saganam, Guru, Guru, for example, in all 4 pada means we call it as Samavrittam. It is same in all 4 padas. 2 padas are same and 2 padas are different. So it consists of 2 different combination, means we call it as Ardha Samam. No, each one is different. If you see this, everything is different. Sa, sa, here, ja, sa, and then ja, ma, and then ra, bha. All 4 are in different group, means we call it as Vishama Vrittam. It is not same in all 4 padas. So if it is same in all 4 pada, we will call it as Samavrittam. If it is common in 2 lines and the next 2 line is some other vrittam, some other combination, means we call it as Ardha Samavrittam, and it's totally different in all 4 pada, we call it as Vishama Vrittam. Okay, this is how we have to find the group and name it. So let me show an example of this Vidyunmala meter. It's a very simple meter which is named as Vidyunmala, which means this particular shloka is composed in this meter. So when you call this meter as Vidyunmala meter, if it is constructed in the given definition, the definition for this meter is Momo Gogo Vidyunmala. What do you mean by Momo Gogo? Means Vidyunmala, I think, okay, it's a name of the meter. Mo is Maganam, again Maganam, Go is Guru. This Vidyunmala meter is consisting of 8 syllable per padam, and then first 3 syllable will be in, it will have Maganam, and the next 3 will also composed in group, long vowel, long syllable, and again a long syllable. So if it is composed in this pattern, then we call it as Vidyunmala meter. It belongs to Anushtup group, I said, Anushtup Chandaha. We often hear this when we are saying slokas in Sahasranamam and all. We will be hearing Anushtup Chandaha, means it is constructed, this particular shloka is constructed in Anushtup meter. Anushtup meter will have only 8 syllable in a padam. So this Vidyunmala also falls under that particular meter, Anushtup Chandas, consisting of 8 syllable per padam, among which first 2 ganas are only Maganam and then the long 2 syllables. So if you see this, Dravyam labdham dyutenaiva, Daramitram dyutenaiva, Dattam bhuktam dyutenaiva, Sarvam nashtam dyutenaiva. So now I am leaving this to you. What you will do? You will separate this shloka into every syllable, 8 syllable, and then you have to mark it with, you have to find out what are the groups in this particular verse, find the group, and then you have to see whether this definition is illustrated here. So if you see this, Dravyam labdham dyute naiva, Dara mitram dyute naiva, Dattam bhuktam dyute naiva, Sarvam nashtam dyute naiva. So 8 syllable, all 8 are in or long syllable, hence it comes under the meter Vidyunmala. Hope you understand this meter Vidyunmala, and whatever the shloka is given to you, you can just classify this and then you can put the ganam and find out what is the meter. Thank you, girls.